Have you ever noticed how a conversation ends, but your mind refuses to let it go? You replay what you said, what they said, what you should have said instead, over and over, sometimes for hours, sometimes for years. Here's the psychology behind why some people replay conversations in their head and why it says more about you than you think. Psychologists call this rumination, but that word doesn't capture what it really feels like, because this isn't random overthinking. It's your mind trying to protect you. Your brain is searching for control. When a conversation feels unfinished, unclear, or emotionally charged, your brain flags it as unresolved. And unresolved situations make the mind uncomfortable. So your brain replays the moment, looking for a better outcome, a better sentence, a better version of you. This is linked to something called the need for cognitive closure. Your mind hates loose ends, so it keeps rewinding the scene, hoping to finally feel done. But most of the time, it never finds that closure. So the loop continues. You're highly self-aware. People who replay conversations are often deeply aware of themselves, how they come across, how others might perceive them. This is tied to self-monitoring, the ability to observe your own behavior in real time. It's not a flaw. It's a trait linked to emotional intelligence. But when self-awareness goes unchecked, it turns inward. Instead of learning, the mind starts judging. Did I sound stupid? Did I say too much? Did I hurt them without realizing it? The conversation becomes a mirror, and you keep looking into it. Your brain is wired for social survival. From a psychological perspective, humans are social animals. Our brain evolved to track social approval and rejection. So when a conversation feels awkward, tense, or emotionally off, your brain treats it like a threat, not a physical one, a social one. Social pain activates the same brain regions as physical pain. That's why replaying conversations can feel exhausting. Your brain isn't being dramatic. It's trying to make sure you don't repeat a mistake that could cost connection. You feel things deeply, even when you don't show it. Many people who replay conversations are emotionally sensitive on the inside, but calm, composed, or quiet on the outside. They don't explode. They don't react impulsively. They process later. This is common in people with high emotional depth. They don't react in the moment. They reflect afterward. The replay isn't about the words. It's about the emotion attached to them. And emotions that aren't expressed don't disappear. They get reviewed. Your mind is trying to learn. Here's the part most people miss. Replaying conversations isn't always anxiety. Sometimes it's learning. Your brain is updating social patterns. What worked? What didn't? What to adjust next time? This is linked to something called experiential learning. The mind uses past experiences to refine future behavior. The problem starts when reflection turns into punishment. When curiosity becomes self-criticism, that's when the replay stops being useful and starts being heavy. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. If you replay conversations, it doesn't mean you're weak. It often means you care about others, about growth, about doing better. The real issue isn't that your mind replays moments. It's that it doesn't know when to stop. So here's the psychological shift that actually helps. Instead of asking, what did I do wrong? Ask, what did I learn? Learning ends the loop. Self-judgment keeps it alive. If you can turn replay into reflection, your mind finally feels safe enough to move on. So if you replay conversations in your head, you're not broken. You're attentive, emotionally aware, and wired for connection. You just need to give your mind permission to stop protecting you and start trusting you. And if this felt uncomfortably accurate, you're not alone. If you want more psychology that explains the quiet patterns shaping how you think, feel, and relate to others, subscribe. Because the next video might explain something about your mind you've been carrying for a long time, without ever having the words for it.